Today in the video, we're going to be talking about the Theo Wanne Slant Signature tenor sax mouthpiece. This mouthpiece was designed to emulate great Auto-Link hard rubber mouthpieces from the past. If you're a fan of Auto-Link hard rubber mouthpieces, you're really going to love this thing. I think it sounds amazing. It's so easy to play, and it is so well built. Now, typically, I play on a Brahma, and I actually play on the Brahma on all of my saxophones. I play it on alto, I play it on soprano, tenor, and bari, and I play the same facing, which is the 7. And I think it sounds amazing, but it's much more of a Berg Larsen kind of sound. The Slant Signature, which mirrors the Auto-Link style mouthpiece, has a much larger chamber, and it has a less pronounced baffle, especially right at the beginning at the tip of the mouthpiece, so it gives it a little bit sweeter of a sound. For me, I think the mouthpiece mirrors a little bit more of kind of a straight-ahead traditional mouthpiece that just sounds good on saxophone. I wanted to try this mouthpiece out specifically because I wanted a good mouthpiece to keep with my Yamaha 61 that I teach my lessons on. I keep that horn at the college and I use it pretty much for just teaching private lessons so I don't have to drag my regular horn back and forth with me and wonder if I forgot something when I'm going to a gig. I think the Slant Signature has a couple of great features that really make it stand out. One is it's so easy to play. It makes the top of the horn all the way to the bottom sing easily with very little work. Two, I think the tone is really nice. I think it sounds good, but also I think it blends very well. So if you're playing in a big band or in sort of a quasi-classical setting, it can really fit in and allow you to play at a kind of a soft volume and really fit with the ensemble and not just punch through. Third is the price. The Brahma is close to $800 brand new, but the Slant Signature is less than $300. Now, I don't buy mouthpieces specifically for the cost, but when you're purchasing extra equipment that you don't use every single day or you don't play at the gig, sometimes it's nice to not just buy tons and tons of expensive gear that sits there collecting dust. I got my Yamaha for a screaming deal, and so I wanted to put a mouthpiece in there that not only would play well and I would trust, but that wasn't going to break the bank. Now, I've tried the Theo Wanne Jazz Essentials, which I think are amazing mouthpieces, but I think this Slant Signature is a step above. As a bonus, here at the end of the video, I've recorded the same backing track using 5 different mouthpieces to give you an idea of what this mouthpiece really sounds like. I have the Slant Signature, I also have the Theo Wanne Brahma, but then I played on my Vandoren V16, my Jody Jazz Select, as well as a Jody Jazz Custom Dark. Now, I went ahead and I put EQ and effects on all of these because I wanted you to be able to hear what it would sound like in total perfection, meaning this is what the mouthpiece could sound like. Not just like what it sounds like in an untreated room with me playing 3 blues licks, but this is what it might sound like if I was actually trying to produce a recording. You'll definitely hear the difference between some of them. A few of them are pretty close together, but definitely let me know in the comments which one you like the best. Again, this is not meant to be a total comparison. I'm not trying to sell you on one over the other, but I thought it would be useful to hear some really common mouthpieces played together, so if you'd like to try this Theo Wanne, it would give you an idea of what it can do. In terms of the playability of the Slant Signature, I think it really plays a lot like an Auto-Link. I have played on many both metal and hard rubber Auto-Links, and they play great, but it's really hard to find a gem in the rough. They're not terribly consistent, but these Slant Signatures really work very well right out of the box, and every single Theo Wanne I've ever played was very consistent. I think the Slant Signature gives you a very sweet sound. I think it gives you a very warm tone, and it's not too bright or too punchy. So if you're trying to play in a more traditional style, it'll definitely help you out. But as you can hear in the audio examples at the end of the video, you can also play in a somewhat contemporary style as well and feel really confident in all of it. The mouthpiece is sized so just about any ligature will fit onto it. So you don't have to worry if you use an Optimum or anything else. It should fit because it's basically the same size as a regular tenor mouthpiece. I use the Rovner Versa X on this one, because I think having a little bit of control and that kind of tight tone really helps make this mouthpiece sing. In terms of reed, I think it can use just about anything you like. I use Jody Jazz Selects on my mouthpieces, and for me, I kind of waffle back and forth between the 3S and the 3M. Kind of depends on the seasons up here in northern Washington. When it gets cold outside, I often will use a softer reed, but then in the summertime, sometimes I'll go up to a slightly harder one because they get a little soft during a gig. If you fell in love with any of these Theo Wanne mouthpieces and you'd like to purchase one, make sure you use my affiliate link down there in the description. Theo Wanne is a great Washington State-based company, and they're wonderful to work with, and I'd really like to support them. And your support to the channel also helps because it gives me the ability to get more of this fun gear to test out and let you know what I think. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I really like engaging with my viewers on all things music related. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel, and if you haven't already done it, please think about liking the video and subscribing. Let YouTube know that you're appreciating this content and that you'd like to hear more about what I'm doing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.